Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into Ninja Spirit for the TurboGrafx-16, a classic side-scrolling action game that doesn't mess around. This is one of those old-school titles where precision and weapon mastery are everything. The story's pretty straightforward. You're Moonlight, a ninja seeking revenge after your father was murdered by some mysterious beast man creature. Simple setup, intense gameplay. Let's jump right into it. Before we start slicing and dicing, let's cover the fundamentals. You've got two difficulty modes here. PC Engine mode gives you 5 hit points, which is what we're playing on today. There's also arcade mode, where literally any hit kills you instantly. Yeah, we're not that masochistic. Your life counter is up in the top right hand corner. Most enemies will drain your health all in one shot, but some of the weaker ones like basic green ninjas only take 1 point. Either way, staying mobile is key. Now, the real star of the show is your weapon system. You've got 4 tools of destruction: your sword, shuriken, bombs, and a sickle and chain. Each one serves a different purpose, and mastering when to switch between them is crucial. Use select to cycle through your arsenal. You can see which weapon you're holding by the icon in the top left. Here's the game changer: weapon power-ups. When you grab one of those flashing red power-ups, your current weapon gets a major upgrade. Your sword gets extended range, shuriken throw in groups of 3, bombs can be rapid fired and explode, and the chain weapon gets this awesome spinning attack. We'll definitely be hunting these down. Speaking of power-ups, keep your eyes peeled for orange ninjas. These guys are your best friends because they're carrying all the good stuff. Some will attack you, others just float in place waiting to be taken out. Besides weapon upgrade, you've got purple power-ups that clear the entire screen. Absolute lifesavers when things get chaotic. Blue ones give you shadow clones that copy your every move, and yellow ones create a protective fire shield. The shadows are incredibly useful for boss fights, so grab those wherever you can. Alright, let's get into the action. Stage 1 starts in this temple area, and you're immediately going to meet your most common enemy, green ninjas. They're pretty basic, just running at you with swords, but don't underestimate them. Right off the bat, I recommend switching to your bombs as soon as possible. The splash damage makes clearing enemies so much easier, especially when you're dealing with enemies positioned above or below you. Those yellow-green ninjas you'll see jumping up, the bombs area effect can take them out even if your aim isn't perfect. Unlike other weapons that require precise positioning, watch out for those earth ninjas too. You'll see dirt moving on the ground. Bombs are perfect here because the splash damage can hit them even underground, while other weapons might miss completely. When you reach the outdoor section with all the platform, this is where the bomb's splash damage really shines. Try to get both of your shadow clones by this point. They're gonna make the upcoming boss fight way easier, and having 3 sources of explosive damage is incredible. At the very end, you'll hit this area where you can't move right anymore. Position yourself carefully here because yellow-green ninjas are about to pop out of those gray platforms. With bombs, you can hit the platforms themselves, and the splash damage will catch enemies as they emerge. Much more forgiving than trying to time precise attacks. The boss, Asura. Don't let this guy's size intimidate you. He's got 4 arms that charge up energy, then blast fireballs in 8 directions. But there's a strategy here. If you positioned your shadows correctly earlier, one should be at the head level with the boss. That's his weak spot. Switch to bombs, crank out that rapid fire to maximum, and just let loose. Your shadows will be doing the same thing, tripling your explosive damage output. Stage 2. The forest. Welcome to the wood. This stage introduces red ninjas. These guys are quite annoying. They pop out of nowhere and chuck bombs at you. But here's where your own bombs really shine. The splash damage can take out multiple enemies at once and clear their projectile. When you hit that rocky clearing area, wolves start diving at you from above. Bombs are perfect here because the splash damage catches them even if they're moving erratically. much easier than trying to time precise sword swipes. The second forest section gets very nasty with both red ninjas and these floating fireball enemies. The bomb's area effect can damage multiple threats simultaneously, making crowd control much more manageable than with single target weapons. The boss, Two-Axed Ogre. This boss is all about pattern recognition and mobility. He appears on that center tree and charges at you through the air with his axes forward. One hit from this guy and you're done, so movement is everything. All you have to do is stand here, look up, and if you're fast enough, you'll take him out without any trouble. Stage 3. The Swamp. Things get serious in Stage 3. You're dealing with gun enemies now, and they're incredibly annoying. They run at you, drop flat to the ground, and fire at your feet. Bombs are fantastic here because the splash damage can hit them even when they're prone or partially covered. If you don't have the power up for the bombs yet, the area effect still makes it much easier to clear these troublesome enemies compared to the weapons that require direct hits. The real challenge comes in that blue swampy area. This stuff slows you down massively, and that's when the staff monks show up. These guys are incredibly deadly. Their staffs can one-shot you, and they'll throw them if you're in the air. My advice, use bombs while walking through the swamp. The splash damage can hit multiple monks at once and push them back, giving you better crowd control than single target weapons while you're walking slowly through the difficult terrain. The boss, Hanzo the Fiend. Honestly, this might be the easiest boss in the game. Switch to bombs, set rapid fire to max, and just unload on him from here. He moves incredibly slowly, just straight walking and swinging. If he gets too close, jump over him and continue firing from the other side. The bomb's splash damage makes this fight almost trivial. Easy win. Back to a temple setting, but now we've got some new threats. Purple ninjas appear from smoke clouds and throw one-hit kill sickle weapon. The good news? They can only throw straight forward. Bombs are your best friend here. The splash damage can hit purple ninjas even through their cloud smoke, and the area effect ensures that they're taken out instantly before they can throw their next deadly chains. When you see that smoke puff, jump and fire bombs at it immediately. The next section has spike-filled holes in the floor that are really hard to see. Here's a pro tip: take to the ceiling. Do a big jump and grab onto the ceiling, then traverse the entire section up there. You can drop bombs downwards through the ceiling to clear black ninjas with the splash damage, and earth ninjas can't reach you. The final section has a crushing ceiling that slowly comes down. This is pure speedrun territory. Grab only the power-ups that are directly in your path and keep moving right. Bombs can clear multiple red ninjas at once with their area damage, so you don't have to slow down for precise targeting. Boss, Enchanted Stones. Two giant stone blocks are trying to crush you against the walls of each other. The trick is understanding that they can only kill you by squashing you against the surface. They can't just hurt you by touching you. Use bombs and keep jumping around. This is a vertical climbing stage, and it introduces random purple gas emissions that could hurt you. There's no warning where these will appear, so you need to be ready to adjust your jumps on the fly. Stick with bombs or power up sickle and chain for this stage. The bomb's splash damage is perfect for clearing out orange ninjas scattered everywhere up this mountain. You can hit them even when they're positioned awkwardly on different elevation levels. If you need power-ups, the area damage makes hunting them down much more efficient. Boss, the Wind Demons. 9 people on a giant kite, and 8 of them are firing 3 knives at you. The screen gets absolutely cluttered with projectiles, but bombs can help clear multiple threats at once. The person in yellow in the center seems to be the main target. You can kill the other 8, but they'll regenerate, and the yellow one stays the whole time. The bomb's splash damage can hit multiple targets on the kite simultaneously, making this fight much more manageable than trying to pick off individual enemies with precise attacks. Stage 6, Thunderclouds. The difficulty really ramps up here. Enemies come in waves, and you've got single-person kites firing at you, plus these dangerous Mr. Ryuchi enemies that move fast and hit hard. Early in the stage, watch for 5 knives that converge from the sky to one point on the ground. Bombs can clear these projectiles with their splash damage, while also hitting any nearby enemy. The staff monks return here too, and if they're on lower ground than you, they'll throw their weapons. Bombs can handle multiple monks at once with their area damage, making crowd control much easier. Boss, Fugitive Warrior Ghosts. This boss fight is all about positioning. About 8 ghosts will appear, always materializing exactly where you're standing. The key is to move away immediately, then turn and attack with the bombs. Other than standing right here and firing downwards, there's not much else to this fight. The last stage starts with more of those gas emissions from stage 5. Take it slow here. Bombs can clear multiple threats at once. If you encounter grouped enemy, then you can walk on the ceiling if needed, but gas can erupt there too. The really tricky part comes when you fall off the ledge into a long vertical shaft filled with green ninjas holding their swords upward. Falling on these guys is instant death, but there's a safe path. As soon as you fall, hold left until you reach the wall. Then, move exactly 1 character space away from it. You'll fall down a safe corridor with all the ninjas around you, but none of them will hit you. Here, just let gravity do the work. You don't even have to shoot. Now onto the final boss. The last boss sits in place and fires semi-homing green lightning bolts at you. They move fast, but you can trick them by jumping. They tend to go upward when you do. The splash damage makes hitting the head much easier with precise weapons, and you definitely don't want to try to melee this guy. Keep moving, and the area effect will ensure your shots connect, even when you're focused on dodging those energy blasts. Once you take him down, you'll get an interesting revelation about Moonlight's true nature, and that's ninja spirit. This game really rewards weapon mastery and quick thinking. The key takeaways are: always hunt for those weapon power-ups, master the bomb's splash damage for superior crowd control, and learn when to switch between your 4 tools for different situations. If you enjoyed this walkthrough, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more retro gaming content. Got a game that you'd like to see covered? Drop it in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.